Here's something most people don't realize. Many of the most emotionally aware and perceptive individuals didn't gain those abilities through study or self-help. They developed them out of necessity. At some point in their lives, they had to become highly aware just to navigate their environment safely. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as trauma-shaped intelligence. It's the idea that difficult or unpredictable experiences don't just leave scars. They can also sharpen the mind in very specific ways. From a psychological perspective, growing up in emotionally complex environments often trains the brain to become highly sensitive to subtle cues. Areas like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex adapt early, becoming better at detecting tone, expression, and shifts in behavior that others might overlook. The result is a kind of intelligence that isn't always obvious, but runs deep. One sign of this is the ability to read the room almost instantly. You walk into a space and notice tension or emotional undercurrents before anyone says anything. This isn't mystical intuition, it's pattern recognition developed over time when paying attention to those details mattered. Another sign is being deeply attuned to other people's emotions. You can sense when someone isn't okay, even if they say they are. This heightened empathy often comes from environments where understanding others' moods was necessary. You may also notice that you handle pressure unusually well. When things go wrong, instead of panicking, you become focused and strategic. Psychologists describe this as a form of stress adaptation. Your system learned to function under pressure because it had to adapt. There's also a tendency to think deeply about people and behavior. You might replay conversations, analyze motives, and try to understand why people act the way they do. This kind of reflection often develops from years of trying to make sense of unpredictable situations. It's important to recognize something here. These traits, awareness, empathy, analytical thinking, aren't weaknesses disguised as strengths. They are real adaptations shaped by experience. Another pattern is strong independence. You're used to relying on yourself rather than waiting for help. This often comes from early environments where support wasn't consistent, so self-reliance became the default. You might also feel emotions more intensely than others seem to. Music, injustice, kindness, they all hit you on a deeper level. That emotional sensitivity is tied to a system that's been activated and refined over time. Trust can be more difficult for you, too. You don't give it easily, but when you do, it's meaningful and strong. This isn't negativity. It's a learned form of caution that protects you from false signals. Resting or slowing down might feel uncomfortable. When things get quiet, your mind doesn't always relax. It stays alert. That's because your system is used to staying prepared, even when there's no immediate threat. And finally, there's often a strong sense of meaning in how you see life. You've thought deeply about pain and experience, and you don't treat things as meaningless. Research on post-traumatic growth shows that many people who go through adversity develop a clearer understanding of what truly matters. But here's the part that shouldn't be ignored. These strengths didn't come for free. The awareness and depth are real, but so is the cost that created them. What psychology shows us is that the mind doesn't just break under pressure. It can also adapt and transform. The way you think, feel, and understand others isn't random. It's the result of a brain that learned quickly and adjusted to its environment. The real question now isn't how it started. It's what you choose to do with the insight and awareness you've developed along the way.